About your pole position?
Yeah, excited to be hosting again for the second year. It was something that was a little uncertain throughout the course of April. We focused on our development, we focused on the progress of just getting better, and thankfully we were able to secure the 15 spot after a heck of a weekend in Fairfield, California at the WCC Championships.
Learning from last year's mistakes or losses, learn something new?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, looking to this coming weekend, first round of hosting last year, I'd say about 400 people showed up for our warm-up. So you could tell how tight, how nervous they were against the UCI Anteaters in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So I think we have some experience on our side for that. We understand the expectations of what the crowd is going to look like and understand who we need to be in order to capitalize on any opportunities that present themselves during the matches.
The players talked, we talked, representing this college, your thoughts?
Just representing USD in general?
Yes.
Oh, our boys love it. I mean, that's what this is about. This is the whole foundation, right? When I got here, everything was about promoting USD and promoting our culture and our brand and doing things our way. And they're proud. You know, you look at what they were doing after wins. You're looking at who they were. I mean, they're pointing to that SD logo. They're trying to elevate this program. They're trying to elevate this university because they understand the value of what it means to the community and this place especially. And you even saw that with Ali Tarvin at Wimbledon. He'd come over after his first round win and he took off my hat. I never got that back. And he put it on and he's pointing to this thing because he wants everyone to know that this place is special. And it means a heck of a lot to him, and it means a heck of a lot to myself as well, who've been here for 14 odd years.
So what are you going to talk to them as you get into the tournament? What kind of advice or coaching?
Nothing changes. We need to be free. We need to continue to focus on the development, focus on the details, the fundamentals that make us good. You know, playing passionate tennis with a lot of purpose. And if we can play our brand of tennis, I like where we stand with even this tough field of competition. UCSB, you know, we were a point away from losing that match on the road. UCLA, we had a point to win, 4-2. Arizona State, we served forward on multiple courts, up 3-2 in the match. So it's a really entertaining draw, and anyone could come out of there. I'm fortunate to be playing at home because there's a massive competitive advantage there, and really excited to welcome all three teams, excuse me.
You mentioned the home crowd. Last season, when you guys hosted for the first time in program history, you got the best crowd in program history. What message do you have to fans to maybe bump those numbers up again this year?
Come on out, wear the dark blue, wear the light blue, learn our cheers, be loud, be vocal, and just support college tennis and San Diego tennis, because that's what we're about.
Your thoughts on your seed?
Obviously grateful. We worked hard for this seed, hard to host. Worked hard to host 2 times in the year. I think earlier on this season we were maybe a little bit too focused on trying to host, trying to achieve this top 16 seed. That's why we lost a couple matches that maybe we shouldn't have, or maybe we actually should have, and maybe got a bit fire lit up under us. And yeah, I mean, we're very happy to be in the position we are now, and ready for this Friday and hopefully this Saturday.
So learning from your losses, you know your mistakes. You got to regroup and try to solve those problems.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost a couple matches this semester that I feel like were in our grasp, but maybe if we didn't lose these matches, we wouldn't have been a host. Maybe we would have lost different matches. So the loss against Santa Clara a couple weeks ago maybe got us this win against Pepperdine a couple days ago. So everything worked out the way we wanted to. We're top 16 seed, and we're hosting on our beautiful campus this Friday, so it'll be great.
Okay, leading up to that, what you just said, you represented this beautiful school. Tell me about it.
It's amazing. I mean, I've been there the longest, 5 years. I was here in 2021 to see with August Holmgren and Guy Osorio with that dynasty, and I mean, it's amazing. I've stayed my whole time. I had a redshirt year, and I chose to stay because this team means the world to me. The coaching staff means the world to me. The community, I mean, here in the draft process, the selection show, there were so many people from the school, from outside the school that came and watched and just supported us. And we're very grateful for that. And hopefully same people and more people come out for our match against UCSB on Friday. We need it. We'll love some support, and I want to make it loud.
2 straight years hosting for you guys. After what happened last year, you feel like it was unfinished business, and how does it feel to host 2 years in a row?
I mean, for sure, unfinished business. We want to get past that round of 32. It's never been done in program history. In my, 5th year here, 4 years We've always lost. Every time we've lost in the round of 32, and it's always been very close. So it's more fire, and obviously for Ollie, me, Neo being last year here, we want to go out with a bang and want to make some more history for the University of San Diego and for all the people that have shown love and support to us throughout the years. So we're all doing it for us, we're doing it for the boys, we're doing it for everyone around us.
You were the one that clinched 4.5 hours after or into the WCC tournament final against Pepperdine. How do you build off that win and the, I guess, regular season title too, going into NCAA?
I mean, we feel confident. It was a surreal moment on Saturday to clinch that match in front of everyone, in front of the boys after a very grueling and nerve-wracking match. But we have to leave that in the past. As great as it was, we have to focus on Friday. We have to focus on practice tomorrow, practice on Wednesday, and we can't get too high on the feeling. So we kind of have to unfortunately leave it in the past and try to make some more history and try to battle out there with everyone.
Your reaction to your seed?
Yeah, obviously really happy that we got to host. You know, it was something that was a goal of ours from the start of the season. You know, for us to make it happen, you know, is really special. I remember last year at NCAA was one of my favorite memories at USD. You know, when we had the biggest crowd we've ever had. You know, and it really showed that, you know, what we're doing is being noticed by the San Diego community. So, you know, I'm you know, really excited and hopeful that we get the same crowd out, you know, and hopefully we can make the round of 16 and do something that, you know, we haven't done in Torero history before.
Very good confidence in going through this tournament?
Yeah, of course. You know, I think, you know, last weekend was, you know, obviously a big confidence for us. You know, winning WCC tournament is always a big goal of ours. You know, and I think, you know, we said it in January and February that we weren't quite firing. You know, because we had a lot of new faces. You know, we still needed like certain things to click. But you know, I feel like every week we're getting better. You know, we're getting more united. Our culture's getting better. I feel like right now it's at its peak. And you know, I'm really excited for what this weekend has to offer.
Final question. Representing this school, how important that is to you?
Yeah, you know, it's massive. You know, it's why I came back from, you know, after my success in summer. You know, it never crossed my mind to go professional. You know, I wanted to represent USD and wear the SD logo for, you know, my whole 4 years here. So, you know, I'm really hopeful and excited that we can end on the highest note possible. And, you know, I'm really confident in all of our guys, you know, 1 through 9 and our coaching staff, and obviously everyone working outside, you know, behind the scenes, that we can make it happen this weekend.
Oh, you guys hosted last year, and for the first time in program history, to be able to do that 2 years in a row, how does that feel?
You know, it's really special. I feel like it also shows how far our program's come, you know, from our freshman year, you know, where we were top 30, and then my sophomore year top 20, and you know, obviously my junior year we were top 10, and this year we still get the opportunity to host. You know, I feel like it shows how far as a program we've come, and you know, what we're doing on a day-to-day basis is working. And yeah, you know, as I said, it's what we play for. You know, Ryan Keckley, our head coach, always says that we play for May, and you know, I'm really excited that, you know, and really confident that we're going to be playing our best tennis when it matters most.
And what's your reaction to the teams in the region that are coming here, and how does that feel you guys for next weekend?
Yeah, you know, it's obviously a big feel, you know, seeing, you know, all 3 teams that we've played, you know, we've come out on the wrong side of UCLA and Arizona State. So, you know, we'll definitely be looking to get our revenge on those 2 teams. But of course, you know, we've got to focus on, you know, Santa Barbara first, because they're a really good team. We had an absolute war at their place, you know, earlier on in the year. And, you know, I think, as I said, you know, we're ready for that, you know, for this weekend and what, you know, UCSB has to offer. And then hopefully if we can get through that, you know, I'm also confident that, you know, whoever we're playing around at 32, we're also ready for that challenge as well. But yeah, you know, definitely excited to, you know, to take on the challenges that lie ahead of us this weekend.